Casey. I'm a fifth grade student at Booth Elementary School. My friends and I invite you to watch our Veterans Day message. Veterans Day is not just a day out of school, although we do like a day out of school.
That's right, Casey. It's a time to thank and celebrate our veterans, the proud men and women of the United States Armed Forces. My name is Mackenzie, and I'm a fifth grader at Booth Elementary School. Today, we would love for you to celebrate our nation's veterans with us.
Before we begin our celebration, we'd like to share a little history of the holiday.
Oh yes, thanks Casey, great idea. Veterans Day was originally called Armistice Day, commemorating the end of World War I. World War I officially ended when the Treaty of Versailles was signed on June 28, 1919. However, the fighting actually ended about 7 months before that, when the Allies and Germany put into effect an armistice on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. By the way, an armistice is an agreement between both sides in a war, an agreement to stop fighting for a certain time.
For that reason, November 11, 1918 was considered the end of the war to end all wars. In 1926, Congress officially recognized November 11, 1918 as the end of the war. In 1938, November 11th became an official holiday, Armistice Day. It was a day to honor veterans of World War I.
But then World War II and the Korean War happened. So on June 1st, 1954, Congress changed the word armistice to the word veterans. Then the day began to honor American veterans of all wars. This was the beginning of the holiday being called Veterans Day. Later that same year, on October 8, 1954, President Dwight D. Eisenhower issued the first Veterans Day proclamation. In his proclamation, President Eisenhower stated, "I, Dwight D. Eisenhower, President of the United States of America, do hereby call upon all of our citizens to observe Thursday, November 11, 1954, as Veterans Day. On that day, let us solemnly remember the sacrifices of all those who fought so valiantly on the seas, in the air, and on foreign shores to preserve a heritage of freedom. And let us reconsecrate ourselves to the task of promoting and enduring peace, so that their efforts shall not have been in vain."
Now that we know what today is all about, let the celebration begin.
Please rise for the presentation of the colors by the Allen Bryant Color Guard team, and remain standing for the saying of the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hi, my name is Robin. I'm a third grade student at Booth Elementary. My classmates and I have been learning about Veterans Day. We will learn the songs for all our armed forces. Today, the third graders, including me, want to celebrate the Army by singing their song. The song is called "The Army Goes Rolling Along." The Army Goes Rolling Along was designated the official song of the United States Army in 1956, but its history goes back to March 1908. Brigadier General Edmund Gruber wrote the first version of the song. It was called "The Caissons Go Rolling Along."
This song came from his experiences when he was stationed in the Philippines. During a difficult march through some mountains on an island, he climbed to higher ground to get an overview. He looked down on the marching companies and artillery. While watching them, he heard one of the section chiefs shout out to his drivers, "Come on, keep 'em rolling." Months later, he came up with a tune that described that experience. Some of the words were, "Over hill, over dale, as we hit the dusty trail, and those caissons go rolling along. In and out, hear them shout, counter march and ride about, and those caissons go rolling along." In 1917, John Philip Sousa turned the song into a march. This march was named the Field Artillery Song. Then in 1952, the song was adopted as the official song of the Army. Then it was renamed "The Army Goes Rolling Along."
Third graders, please join us now. Great job, third graders. Go Army.
Hello and happy Veterans Day. My name is Aiden. I'm a fourth grade student at Booth Elementary. Just like Robin, my classmates and I have been learning about Veterans Day. Today, the fourth graders want to celebrate the Coast Guard and the Air Force by singing their songs. First, the Coast Guard. Semper Paratus is the theme song of the United States Coast Guard. Semper Paratus means always ready. The song's original words and music were composed by U.S. Coast Guard Captain Francis Saltus Van Buskirk. He composed the song in 1927. At that time, he was commander of the Coast Guard's Bering Sea Forces. In 1943, a second chorus was added to the song. Then, the first chorus was rewritten in 1969. As Aiden said, fourth graders also sang the Air Force song. In 1938, the Army Air Corps decided they needed an official song. Liberty Magazine sponsored the contest. 757 songs were submitted. The Army Air Corps wives chose the winning song. It was a march written by Robert Crawford. When the Army Air Corps became a separate branch of the military in 1947, Crawford March changed names from the Army Air Corps to the U.S. Air Force. The words to Off We Go were sewn into their caps of Air Force cadets. How cool is that?
As you listen to our fourth graders sing, keep a close eye out for one of our very own booth teachers. She is a proud member of the U.S. Air Reserves.
Fourth graders, please join us now.
He was a famous trumpet man from Mount.
Great job, fourth grade. Now let's hear that Air Force song.
Off we go. 1, 2, ready, go.
Miss Cooley, we are so proud of you. You are always beautiful, but you're even more beautiful in your dress blues. Fourth graders and everyone out there watching, please give it up for booth teacher Shanita Cooley, a member of the Air Force Reserves.
again to everyone out there watching. Do we have any World War II veterans watching today? If so, this next song is just for you.
The song Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy is the most famous song of World War II. This iconic World War II tune was performed by the Andrews Sisters. It was an overnight hit. Listen and enjoy the story of the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy of Company B.
He was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. He was a top man at his craft. But then his number came up and he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, a blowing reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. They made him blow a bugle for his Uncle Sam. It really brought him down because he couldn't jam. The captain seemed to understand, because the next day the cap went out and drafted a band. And now the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. A toot, a toot, a toot-a-toot, a toot, he blows it 8 to the bar. In boogie rhythm, he can't blow a note unless the bass and guitar is playing with him. He makes the company jump when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. He was the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. And when he plays boogie woogie bugle, he was busy as a bee. And when he plays, he makes the company jump 8 to the bar. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Toot 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 da toot da toot toot. He blows it 8 to the bar. He can't blow a note if the bass and guitar isn't with him. The company jumps when he plays reveille. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Puts the boys to sleep with Boogie every night and wakes them up the same way in the early bright. They clap their hands and stamp their feet because they know how he plays. When someone gives him a beat, he really breaks it up when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B.
Wow, that was great. Fun story. Great dancing, girls.
Hello and happy Veterans Day. My name is Brayson. I am a 5th grade student at Booth Elementary. Today, the 5th graders, including me, will celebrate the Marines and the Navy as we sing their songs. First, the Marines. The Marines hymn has a great history. Its tune originally came from the march section of an opera. No one knows when the very first words of the Marines hymn were added to the music. One or maybe two early verses have been traced to Colonel Henry Davis, who wrote them during the early part of the 20th century.
The hymn's lyrics reflect the Marine Corps values and pride and the various campaigns in which the U.S. Marine Corps has participated. For example, From the Halls of Montezuma refers to the Marine participation in the Mexican-American War. To the Shores of Tripoli refers to the Marine participation in the war against the pirates of the Barbary States.
Next, a little history on of the Navy song. Anchors Away. Anchors Away is the official song of the Navy. It was first sung in public in 1906 at an Army-Navy football game. The song helped excite the Navy's football team. They shut out the Army with a 10-0 victory.
Lieutenant Charles A. Zimmerman, director of the Naval Academy Band, composed the song's music. Midshipman Alfred H. Miles supplied its words. Miles got his title, Anchors Away, from the expression meaning the ship's anchor has just cleared the sea bottom and the voyage is underway. Great job, 5th grade.
Veterans, once again, thank you. We are grateful for your service to our country. Because of you, we remain the land of the free, the home of the brave, the sweet land of liberty.
Yes, thank you, veterans. Please know that your sacrifice will always be remembered. Harry S. Truman said, "Our debt to the heroic men and the valiant women in the service of our country can never be repaid. They have earned our undying gratitude." Harry S. Truman was right. Happy Veterans Day.